way over to the East River, and I just wanted to show you why I think that my block here in the East Village in New York is the most beautiful block in the whole neighborhood. First of all, we got all these beautiful trees here. Check this out. It's green. We got a couple buildings that are from the beginning of the city. Look at that. And can you hear the birds? Wonderful. It's how I wake up. So from here, it's just a short walk through the projects, across a busy road with people running to work, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to show you this place sometime soon. Cove Studio. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. A new bathhouse on my block, which is excellent, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I decided that today I'm going to do a little experiment and start telling my followers and all those friends that have supported my music habit in the last decades a little bit more about what's been going on with me for the last few weeks, months, years. And so once again, before I leave the block, isn't this beautiful? So green. In the middle of New York. Birds. And yes, so I put together a little, what I call a teleprompter rant, and tried to line up some info for you, so you know who you're dealing with, and maybe also what my plans are, why I've started posting more regularly to the YouTube channel. Maybe give you some reasons to read some of my blogs and check out my attempt at making a podcast. I've been waking up really early these days. In fact, at like 2:50 this morning. And I found it a really good practice that instead of being miserable about not getting any sleep, to just get up and start doing stuff. And I can only tell you it works. Got a lot of stuff done, and been able to write down my thoughts, and that kind of clears them up a little bit too, you know. And as you go along, you figure things out, and as they say, you fuck around and you find out. I'm really thankful and grateful the way my life has been developing the last few weeks. It's always easy in the spring because, you know, the weather's nice, and as I said, the birds are singing. This is the neighborhood between my old town block and the East River Park, which is my happy place for a long time. I love going down there in the morning and making music and working out sometimes. Hello. Hi. I'm sorry, I forgot to bring my reading glasses again. I think it's Laria. Hi, I'm happy you're engaging with my live feed. If you want to engage for real, usually these comments get deleted after I post the the live feed. So it would be lovely if you go to my page and leave me a comment there, and then I can answer you and maybe also follow you back. That would be lovely, as I am trying to build this channel to maybe get like 1,000 followers at the end of the summer. I don't want to be too ambitious, and that would enable me to then put some links into the descriptions of the videos, all that stuff. I'm getting to the FDR Drive, which is the highway that goes around the island of Manhattan, for those of you who don't live here. And I gotta cross this bridge, so it's probably very noisy. I don't know if if you can hear me through that. Like that. But it's always fun to see the contrast of everybody rushing to work, and I do have to go to work too in about an hour or two, but I already get to put the fun part behind me, so I go to work with a big smile on my face. And yeah, I'm gonna shut up for a minute. You can hang with me, or you might want to see this. So I'm going to turn around in a second, and what you see behind me is the Williamsburg Bridge that leads to Brooklyn. I don't know if you can see it. Look at everybody getting ready to hustle and bustle. That's New York City for you guys. So, I don't have a lot of time, but I woke up really early this morning. Like I said, I couldn't keep asleep. And I'm going to be trying out this new teleprompter app. So I took some notes about what I want to say to all of you who have been nice enough to subscribe to my channel lately, and tell you a little bit more about how I tick, what I do, and what my plans are for if things turn out the way I hope they will. So I hope some of you might join me on this journey and hang out and be inspired and have fun. So yeah, feels pretty good. I see I got a couple of people in there. I appreciate you. It's a lovely thing to know that you're not just talking to yourself in your own head, but that you're reaching some people. They're making a new park here. We got like a tiny little spot left. The whole rest of the East River Park has been renovated for, I think they own it for almost 5 years now. They said it was going to take 3, but you know how these things are. Somebody's pockets are always getting lined. Somebody's cousin named Vinny has a construction company, and they get the job, and then they stretch the budget forever and ask for another couple of millions and another couple of millions. I think the park costs like $4 billion to build. Absolutely ridiculous. But they're making this construction project to build like a dike, so next time the waters come up because of a hurricane or something like that, and the East River pushes down from upstate New York, the water doesn't flood our neighborhood the way it did in 2012 when Hurricane Sandy pushed like some water into our hood and like flooded all the basements, and it was a big mess, and we all had to like live without electricity for a while. And it was like the first wake-up call about the fact that that the city is vulnerable, and that that climate change might be real. Whatever causes it, we're probably gonna have to deal with it some way or another. But yeah, I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna walk over to give you another view of the bridge here, so you get an idea of where I'm at here. Like I said, this is my happy place, but it's probably not going to be here for long, and then they're going to cut these beautiful old trees down. I don't understand why they have to cut them. It's like, you know, they could just do it like in Japan and come in with like the right equipment and dig up the root balls and move that stuff. But yeah, they just don't care about trees, you know. Thank you for hanging out. I see there are some people left. I think numbers 2, I see 3. I really appreciate you. And I'm probably gonna sign out for a minute because my teleprompter doesn't work on the live, and I really want to get this little 10-minute introductory video out of the way. But if I can get that done quickly, then I might take another 15 or 20 minutes. I brought my flutes and do a little prayer for the day before I go home and prep my lunch and then run off to work to plant some. No, actually we're not planting today. We're bringing up a bunch of tropicals to one of our millionaire clients. That is a very generous man that loves plants, and he has his tropicals taken care of over the winter in like a nursery, and then in the spring, once it gets warm enough, we bring it all back up to his penthouse rooftop apartment. So that right behind me there, back here, that's the neighborhood of Williamsburg in Brooklyn, which you can see from, sorry, I'm too fast, you do it like that. The famous Domino Sugar Building. God, I love that, it's beautiful. And the Williamsburg Bridge right there. And you used to be able to walk a little further down, and then you would see downtown Manhattan and Wall Street area with all the tall buildings. But as you can see right here, right now, they're working on the construction. We're gonna get some new tennis courts, and yeah, everything will be beautiful. But like I said, the old growth trees are gonna disappear, and they're probably just gonna pop in a bunch of those little sticks and start from there. So I'm walking back to my my stone in the forest, and like I said, I might take 10-15 minutes to do a little recording of something that I sketched out earlier, so that I'm not just blabbing like right now, high on morning coffee, but can be a little bit more concise about what's been going on in my life and why I'm so grateful that actually I'm getting a little bit of attention here. Not that I'm starving for it or anything like that, but it's nice to know that you reach people with something that's hopefully positive and a good start of the day for you, or wherever you are. Maybe it's the end of the day for you. I saw that I have a few people checking in from Indonesia and India. That's great. I really love that, because I haven't been to India or Indonesia in this life, and it's definitely a dream of mine. You can probably imagine playing the bansuri that going to India would be quite a fun trip. Okay, so this is my spot right here. Got this nice stone to sit on. Got people training, running, the first runners. Got the track there behind me where people come and play soccer and stuff. So a good place altogether. Anyway, so I'm gonna sign off again for a minute and do a little recording, and then if you care to come back, I'll probably do another 10-15 minutes of flutes in a little while. I appreciate you. Peace and love.